Right now, President Biden steps aside. The focus now shifts to Kamala Harris. A look tonight at her ties to Madison. Plus, what happens to the Democratic delegates pledged to President Biden? Our political reporter Will Keneally breaks it down.
I'm watching just a few showers on Radar 3000. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to track better chances for showers and storms on your Tuesday.
It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 6. And we start with a live look tonight at the White House. President Biden stepping aside, of course, yesterday from the 2024 presidential campaign, an historic announcement, all amid concerns by members of his party since the first presidential debate between he and former President Trump. President Biden saying yesterday, in part, that it's in his best interest of the party looking to focus solely on fulfilling his duties as president through the remainder of his term. The president has given his endorsement now to Vice President Kamala Harris to carry the torch for the Democratic Party. For her part, the VP thanked President Biden for his decades of service to the country.
Our President Joe Biden fights for the American people, and we are deeply, deeply grateful for his service to our nation.
Vice President Harris's comments come during a celebration at the White House for the 2023-24 NCAA championship teams. And President Biden's late exit from the race means the vice president, her campaign will be a short one. So all eyes are on Kamala Harris, including here in Madison, where she has some personal ties. Our Maddie Heimsch has the story. Maddie?
Yeah, Eric, the new frontrunner for the Democratic nomination spent a portion of her childhood right here in the capital city, in a house overlooking Lake Mendota.
Sat down and talked for quite a long time about her memories of Madison.
John Nichols, associate editor for the Cap Times, knows Harris's Madisonian history well. Both of Harris's parents were politically involved in their communities.
It was surprising that they put the child in the stroller and went to the demonstration. We see that in Madison all the time.
He says that while she only spent a fraction of her young years in the city, the political hotspot had an impact on her.
Remember, they're coming to Madison in the late 1960s, right? At a time when Madison was really a center of anti-war, civil rights, social justice campaigning.
Harris says her parents' passion for social justice shaped her politics as she grew older. And experts say the heritage they passed down will shape her upcoming campaign.
No, she is South Indian, she's African American, she's Jamaican. She comes with all these different identities, and she also comes with several different social networks, right?
Andreen Wright, UW assistant professor of African American politics, says Harris's identity as a black woman is just the start of ways she differs from both Trump and Biden, both of whom have proven unpopular with voters.
Folks had used Kamala as this younger person who held most of the identities as a criterion for having her as VP for Biden. And so if that was well enough for her as vice president for Biden, then why wouldn't that be just as strong for her as president of the United States, right?
Nichols says if we do see a Harris presidency, he sure will see a historical marker or two pop up near that childhood home right here in Madison.
Maddie, thank you. And already we've seen some of Wisconsin's Democratic delegates line up to support the vice president. Our political reporter Will Keneally joins us now with some of those numbers. Will?
Yeah, Eric, we're looking at a little more than 93% of Wisconsin's delegates have already thrown their support behind Harris. Now, we don't know what the remaining 6 delegates here are thinking. We just don't know where they stand yet. We're getting this head count from the state Democratic Party. They've held meetings within the last day in the wake of the Biden decision.
I have not heard anyone share with me that they would oppose Vice President Harris as the nominee of our party, and I have every confidence that as we move to November, we will be fully united as a party. It is their decision, and I also know that my own enthusiasm for Vice President Harris as our nominee, I'm not shy about communicating that either.
Now, Wisconsin's delegates are not bound to vote for her. After Biden dropped out, many are doing so voluntarily, though. Now, Wickler tells us that he hasn't given any instructions to the delegates and told them that their choice on how to vote.
All right, Will, thank you. Now, obviously, with the news of President Biden stepping aside next month's Democratic National Convention has even greater interest. And News 3 Now is set to provide coverage throughout the convention, sending several crews to Chicago. And you can see all of our DNC coverage on air and online. It'll begin on August 19th. And to follow all the developments leading up to the DNC, as well as local insights, all you have to do is download the Channel 3000 News 3 Now app. It is free and available for all of your mobile devices. Time now to check your first warn forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Good evening, Eric. Good evening. Southern Wisconsin, beautiful night to be out on the patio. Humidity levels, they're not too bad. Temperatures right around 80. The only fly in the ointment is a couple of showers that some parts of southern Wisconsin have been dodging this afternoon. Not nearly as widespread as what we saw just 24 hours ago. Radar 3000 actually carving out all of those showers over portions of southwestern Wisconsin. Just one lone few drops or two just south and east of Platteville, just south and west of the Belmont area. And that shower has been dwindling over the course of the past hour. You move up to Dane County, high and dry. During our 4 o'clock newscast, we had a couple little raindrops coming down from the sky, but those have since fizzled out as well. 81 in Madison right now, dew point 61. 60 is right around that threshold where you start to feel that muggy sort of factor. If you look behind the graphic, though, take note of the sky and how that sky has kind of that milky white, that hazy feel to it. I have some folks on meteorologist Alex Harrington Facebook asking me, why are the skies that milky white, that hazy feel? I'm going to talk about that coming up in Maine weather. Patchy fog tonight, and then coming up in Maine weather as well, we're going to talk about the shower and thunderstorm chances that will be more widespread on Tuesday. I track them in a few minutes.
All right, look forward to it, Alex. Thank you. Next tonight, some new video of an airplane crash at the EAA Air Venture event set to begin in Oshkosh. 2 people are dead from that crash, which occurred roughly 2 miles south of where the annual air show is being held. The names and plane identification are being withheld as authorities work to notify the victims' families. The NTSB is also investigating. The Wisconsin DMV is providing new guidelines on how to obtain a valid voter ID. The DMV says voters must be at least 18 years old by the election. Those interested in getting an ID to show at the polls should head to the DOT's website. That is where you'll find a list of required documents to bring to a DMV service center. Anyone unsure if their identification or qualification meets the requirements should visit the Wisconsin Elections Commission website to check. 4 people and several pets are displaced after a morning fire on Madison's southwest side at an apartment. The Madison Fire Department spokesperson said it was reported at about 11 a.m. at 5817 Balsam Road. A resident woke up to the sound of a smoke detector and found fire in his apartment. The man was able to gather 3 dogs and get out of the building safely. Firefighters then entered the apartment and found fire on the 2nd floor and put it out. A bird was also rescued and was unharmed. No one was hurt. The Red Cross is helping those displaced residents. The cause remains under investigation. Well, happening now, the Sauk County Board is holding a hearing on the sale of its assisted living facility to a private entity. The county has owned several assisted living facilities dating back all the way to 1871, but they say the county health center that was built in 2008 is costing the county government and taxpayers too much. The board could take official action on the sale of that care facility during tonight's open session. Next tonight at 6, McDonald's extending a popular promotion, at least for now. When we come back, information on how to enjoy the money-saving deal on everything from cheeseburgers to chicken sandwiches. It's just ahead. Stay with us.
Watching News 3 Now at 6. Brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Sup? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts? Right now with Feldco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Let's do this.
Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the first ever Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you.
Get 1.9% financing on select popular 2024 Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
The Buy More, Save More sale is back. It's the best time to refresh your whole house because the more you buy, the more you save. you can take up to $300 off your purchase of bedroom, dining, sofas, home office, and so much more. Use Steinhoffel's 60-month financing to make your dream room even more affordable. The Buy More, Save More sale, only at Steinhoffel's. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now. With nearly 400 cases closed and over $700,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. McDonald's customers will be able to enjoy getting a break on fast food costs for a while longer. Today, the burger giant said it'll keep its $5 meal deal on the menu at most U.S. locations through August. McDonald's launched the deal in late June in response to weaker than expected sales. It was intended to last for just a month, but McDonald's said the meal deal is boosting sales and even prompting some to buy full price items. McDonald's says it'll consider extending the deal beyond August after it releases its earnings report next week. A new study indicates smoking marijuana before or during pregnancy can carry serious health risks for expectant mothers and their babies. That research comes as more women report using marijuana to ease nausea, pain, stress, and to help with sleep during pregnancy. The study, published in the JAMA Internal Medicine Journal, says women who have THC in their systems are more likely to deliver babies with lower birth weights. Their infants also face an increased risk of being admitted into neonatal intensive care units. The findings are based on data from more than 4.5 million participants. Researchers say the number of women who use marijuana during pregnancy has more than doubled over the past 20 years. Something positive now, a business in Miami, Florida is helping people with disabilities learn valuable work skills. Numbers from the U.S. Labor Department show disabled adults made record employment gains last year, but still, those with disabilities experience an unemployment rate that is twice as high as Americans without a disability. The owners of Rishi Snacks hope to change that.
We want them to be doing something, contributing to society. They're able to do a lot. They just need a little help.
And the company was created just about a year ago. Patel says he hopes to hire the students once they graduate from high school. Still had more local news, including a lighting survey for Madison's Lakeshore Path. We've got the data and what it means for those who make the area an exercise home. They're trying to make Lake Mendota's path safer. We'll tell you how. Plus, Alex tracking a chance of severe storms over the next couple days. His full forecast is next.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Member Appreciation Event. While we offer unbeatable deals every day, now through July 31st, we're showing extra appreciation to our rewards members with exclusive deals. Like 40-pound bags of Blaine's Black Oil Sunflower Seeds, $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 15% off assorted Hopkins oil change wrenches, drain pans, and funnels. Rewards members save 20%. Not a rewards member? Sign up at checkout or online. Don't miss our Rewards Member Appreciation Event going on now.
Watch this. It's all 100% real. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. Nothing has been doctored or tampered with. The very real problem will disappear before your eyes and hers with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours and hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags. It works on sagging jowls, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. In just minutes, you can restore and beautify your face, even look years younger. And the look will last all day or all evening.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Prove It Plexiderm trial. You'll see why our customers describe Plexiderm with 3 words. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping. Operators are standing by.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Does our foam insulation work? Listen to this.
The power in the neighborhood was out for 2 days in 95-degree weather. My thermostat only went up 3 degrees, and that's even with letting the dog in and out. It was very comfortable here.
And her savings were more than the insulation costs.
If you want to save money on your power bills, get USA Insulation. It makes a huge difference.
USA Insulation.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Madison, of course, is known for its beautiful lakes and paths, and now one of them may be getting some safety touch-ups. UW-Madison considering adding lights to the lakeshore path along Lake Mendota, and today our Merrill Hubbard talked to students and staff to see how it would affect their daily activities.
I'm on the beautiful lakeshore path that stretches along Lake Mendota. If you attended UW-Madison, you would know that this path is super active during the day, but at night it's a different story. Many are told not to walk the path at night because of safety concerns. But UW-PD says that from what's been reported, the reality is much safer than the rumors.
I've been warned by a lot of upperclassmen not to come over here at nighttime. I mean, to be honest, the first time that I came down here, I was like, oh, this is super nice. It'd be a nice place to like walk at night. And then someone specifically told me, absolutely not, don't do that.
For Nadia Gatau, a UW-Madison student that used to live in the Lakeshore dormitory, this path was a no-go at night.
People don't come down here because it's so dark at night and you can't really see anything.
I mean, I personally only use the path like during the day, so usually like when it's lit.
Though the path is viewed by many as dangerous in the dark, UW-PD has only reported 10 incidents in the last 4 years, most of those being graffiti or possession of marijuana. But UW advisor Serena Sternad says a little light never hurts.
I don't think that adding more lights to campus is ever a bad thing for the safety of like all of our students and just everyone involved. But definitely for like a lot of our female students on campus, just because we know that like assault is a huge issue on every college campus, and it definitely is an issue at UW too.
UW-Madison has started to consider a solution to make the lakeshore path more accessible and safe. It's thinking about adding lights along the path and paving some of the walkways.
I can't go on my walks except later in the day when it's already dark, so I feel like lighting it would make it available many more other times. So
the university has an online survey to see if people would like to see more safety measures on the path. The Lighting Lakeshore survey is still open to the public, so if you have any suggestions or thoughts, you can access it on channel3000.com. Reporting on Lake Mendota, I'm Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
All right, Merrill, thanks. Staying local, A1 Furniture and Mattress in Madison has announced it will close after 47 years in business. The store said it'll have a store closing sale on Thursday, 2002 South Stoughton Road. Items such as furniture and mattresses will be sold along with odds and ends, wall art, and end tables. To find the sale hours, you can visit channel3000.com and find this store. Staying in Madison, a missing jet skier was found safe Friday after being reported missing on Lake Mendota. Madison Fire reporting its lake rescue team along with the Dane County Sheriff's Office were called to the Memorial Union Terrace. Heavy rain impacted their work there, but they did eventually find the missing person just off Picnic Point. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington rejoins us now. His complete first warn forecast. Alex?
Thanks, Eric. We're going to talk about those 3 things that you need to get out of this forecast, and then adding on to why is that sky that milky white, that haziness that we see out there. First, scattered storms we're tracking tomorrow. The showers that we're having tonight are dwindling. Still can't rule out an isolated shower storm this evening. Following the scattered storms Tuesday, Wednesday going through the weekend, looking mostly dry, but heating up, and that heat is coming from the west. That's your hint as to why the sky has that bit of that hazy look to it out there. Right now, 81 in Madison, a little bit cooler off towards the south and towards the west. Look at 73 in Mineral Point. You're probably wondering, why is it so much cooler in Mineral Point or down towards Monroe near Platteville in the mid to upper 70s? Well, that's where they've had some of those showers and isolated thunderstorms. Found a couple of them popping up along 151 between Dodgeville over towards Barneville. Could just briefly have a downpour if you're traveling on 151 this evening in Iowa County. A little bit more persistent across portions of Lafayette County where we had on and off showers and thunderstorms. Any of these isolated showers and storms not expected to be severe, but heavy downpours and a little bit of lightning not out of the question. Pretty much dry in Dane County, and that's what I'm planning for the rest of your evening tonight. Temperatures going down to 64. That's where we're going to start off on Tuesday. could see a little bit of patchy fog to begin the day. An isolated shower storm, we can't rule that out as another little weak wave tries to move towards Juneau and Adams, Marquette and Green Lake counties towards the wee hours of the morning. But when you lose the heat of the day, you lose that energy for those showers and storms as we move towards 5 o'clock. Temperatures low to mid 60s. That patchy fog out there, given a little bit of humidity and some of that water that we've had out there, makes for an atmosphere for a little bit of fog to start the day. Late morning, a few more storms developing over towards Columbia County, north of Madison, towards Dodge County. It becomes more widespread, though, as we move from the noon hour into the afternoon hours as that front hangs out over southern Wisconsin. A little bit more widespread shower and storm chances, although there will be a few places that end up staying completely dry and a couple places that end up getting a repeated storm or two where you could get upwards of an inch of rain in some of those persistent areas. But notice the spotty nature of some of the heavier totals here. Most places staying a tenth to a quarter of an inch. Behind the bug here, as we look at our Edgewater Skycam, look at all this haziness, that white clouds or that white sort of milky look to the sky. There's a reason for that. It came up on meteorologist Alex Harrington Facebook, and I said I'd answer the question. We got heat out west, and that heat is promoting wildfires out west, extending up into Canada. And what happens, those wildfires, that soot, the smoke gets up into the upper atmosphere called the jet stream, and some of that smoke is moving south into the southern United States. Some of that smoke is also moving up over portions of the Dakotas and then right into the upper Midwest, and that's why we see some of that haziness, that white-looking sky because of wildfires way out to the west. Forecast here, next 10 days, going dry Wednesday through the end of the weekend, turning more humid. Look at the lows near 70 by the time we get to Monday of next week, and that enters the rain chances once again.
And still to come in sports, the Packers opened training camp today and did it without Jordan Love in uniform. We'll tell you why next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Nobody wants to put a new roof over their head. It's too expensive. And if they can extend the life of that roof and get 5 more years or 10 more years, it's a no-brainer.
What RoofMax does is it helps people in that they don't have to spend that $15,000, $20,000 on a new roof. They can spend pennies on the dollar.
The RoofMax product was a small percentage of cost of replacing a roof.
This is a great financial decision for us as a community.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
In a Leisure Concept swim and place pool, you can also walk, jog, exercise, float around, play with the kids, anything you can do in a big pool, but this one has swim jets, temperature control, is super insulated, and you can use it year-round. These are made right in Iowa and take only a week or two to get. What a great, fun, low-impact way to stay healthy. Get to Leisure Concept's awesome showroom on Madison's Beltline at the Park Street exit and see one in person.
The savings are sizzling with items under $3 all week long at Hy-Vee. That's right, under $3. Get fresh meat for the grill and the freshest produce around for under $3. Cool down with sweet treats the whole family will love for under $3. Pack your pantry and save on staples for under $3. Get these great deals and more all week long, only at Hy-Vee.
Day one of Packers training camp started this morning, and notably, Jordan Love didn't suit up. Green Bay's GM Brian Gutekunst said this morning that Love decided he will not be practicing until the two sides agree on a new contract. But the good news is both sides want to get a deal done, and Gutekunst says they're close to getting a deal done. The star quarterback is still in the building and still participating in everything other than practice. So for now, we wait for a contract that ESPN's Adam Schefter reports could make Love the league's highest paid quarterback.
He's our franchise quarterback, and we're ready to move forward. It's not like we're trying to make that decision. But at the same time, we want to put the best team around him we can. This is just part of it, not unexpected. And, we'll work to get it done, and hopefully he won't miss too much time, because it is, we got a lot of work to do. We think we have a very good football team, but we got to come together as a team, and he's a big part of that. So him being out there is important for us, but we'll get there.
And of course, you could see how a situation like this could serve as a distraction for some teams, or even create a divide of some sort in the locker room. But according to the players, that is not the case for the Packers. They are all in on Jordan Love. They want him to get paid and get back to playing.
Obviously there's a business side, to this sport as well. And, we're going to support him 100%, just like he does for us. So, I think he deserves every penny that he's going to get and more. So, it's happy for him.
He was still here. He was still in meetings. He was still out there at practice. So, I think from an outsider's point of view, who doesn't know any inside conversations, I think he's doing all the right things, still being a leader for the guys, still in the meeting room. So, like I said, pay that man, and let's get the ball.
And we finish in London for USA Basketball's final Olympic warm-up. This is so cool. LeBron James found out before the game he would be the flag bearer for the USA in this year's Olympics. And the 39-year-old, he's still got it. The U.S. trailing Germany by 4 minutes to go, and James powers his way for the basket, gives the U.S. the lead, and gets the steal on the other end of the floor. Even as a near 40-year-old, he is still one of the best players in the world. Comes back down, and why not just score one more time? He'd score the U.S.'s final 11 points, eking out a 92-88 win.
Those games are just a little bit close, though, aren't they?
A little bit too close for comfort. Certainly the one Saturday as well.
Yeah, let's get the deal done for Jordan Love. You think the political landscape is crazy in Wisconsin right now? If you don't sign Jordan Love, it will be worse. Let's hope that's much worse. Let's hope that's done soon. Final check of the forecast.
Final check of the forecast. A few evening showers, isolated thunderstorms. Most places are going to stay dry this evening. Much better chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms Tuesday afternoon and evening. I can promise you Wednesday afternoon, all the way through the weekend, dry weather, but the temperatures are going to heat up. Look at this. Saturday in the mid-80s, Sunday in the upper 80s, and then those low temperatures at night go back up to the muggy 70s, highs up near 90 degrees going out into early next week, with the potential for some more showers and thunderstorms, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, as it looks like next week.
All right, Alex, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Have a great evening, and we will be back here tonight for News 3 Now at 10.